al presidente de los Estados Unidos.
This letter was delivered in 3 pages to the President of the United States on September 6th. September, October, November. Exactly 9 weeks ago, it was delivered, and Venezuela has an unchanging position of absolute respect for international law. We firmly question the threat of using force or the use of force to impose rules in relations between countries. And we reaffirm what the United Nations Charter says, what our Constitution says, what our people say. We reaffirm that only through diplomacy should free countries, governments, and only through dialogue, seek common ground on issues of mutual interest. The message is always pending, and I have said it in English, and I repeat it always, dialogue in English. How do you say dialogue in English? Dialogue, dialogue, dialogue.
Call. Yes. Peace. Yes. War. No. Never, never war. Así que el que quiera dialogar.
So whoever wants to have a dialogue will always find in us people of our word, decent people, and people with experience to lead Venezuela. Because that is another debate. That is another debate that today is not only for those who pose catastrophic scenarios, the disaster in which 50,000 soldiers enter, and there is war in all cities. And who do they put to govern Venezuela? Who? Guaido again? Or the Guaido woman? This country will continue in peace and in the United States. Whoever wants to talk with Venezuela, it will be face to face, without any problem. There is an effort by sectors of power in the United States to destroy President Trump, and they have focused on 2 issues. One is the famous Jeffrey Epstein issue. On that issue, we have not interfered, nor will we ever comment. It is a United States matter. And the second issue is Venezuela. They want President Trump to make the gravest mistake of his entire life and get militarily involved against Venezuela, which would be the political end of his leadership and of his name.
The
Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, very entangled, very entangled. Because she mortgaged the seas and territory of Tobago to host a military force in front of Venezuela, 15 kilometers from Venezuela, at the closest point to threaten Venezuela, and the people of Trinidad and Tobago are completely against it. Completely against it. So it is a shame that the defense forces, the military forces and police of Trinidad and Tobago knew nothing of where the military forces would be, that is, she delivered the territory to them. I do not know what the Constitution of Trinidad and Tobago says. If a Prime Minister can grant the territory and seas of a country so lightly, to threaten a neighboring country, very loved like Venezuela, with whom we have a shared history of centuries, that had never been seen, truly never been seen. I believe Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister will suffer politically for these missteps, threatening her country's and the region's peace.
Contra la paz de su país y de la región. Puede estar a las 4 de la mañana evaluando bien.